Hi everyone, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us for our weekend weather update, our Mother's Day update, and the forecast for next week. And I've got to tell you, it's warmer than average right now, right across the entire country. This is the wind map for Thursday, and you can see why it's warmer than usual. We've got this subtropical airflow coming down across a large portion of the country. And if you're not in the subtropical airflow, you're coming out of this Australian one, and either way, it's coming out of the northerly quarter. So everyone is warmer than average for Thursday and Friday, with Friday being even warmer than Thursday. So this is how it looks at the moment. This is the departure from normal. In other words, how much warmer or cooler is it compared to normal for this time of the year? And as you can see, a large part of the country is red. 4 to 8 degrees above the normal temperature for this time of the year at the warmest point of the day. So it's a warm day across Thursday for the South Island, despite some of the rain over on the west coast. The North Island got that breeze coming straight off the sea, so not quite as warm as the other areas above normal, but it's still warm, still 20 degrees, and in fact into the low 20s over on that eastern side. But look at Friday, even warmer. That red spreads across every region of the South Island, with the exception of the Marlborough Sounds and Stewart Island, also maybe the Nelson Ranges. The North Island, much warmer again, and look at that, 23 for Napier. There might be some areas that get to 25. That is well above normal for this time of the year. But don't get too excited. We've got a cold change coming, so it's all normal sort of autumn weather when you spread it out. So this is Friday's setup. On Friday, the leftovers of the showers and patchy rain around the South Island for Thursday moves into the North Island. Most of that happens overnight tonight and early on Friday morning. Then it should clear away, but it might be a bit cloudy and drizzly first thing in the morning. Once we get to Saturday, it is dry across most of New Zealand, and once again, subtropical winds for the whole country. So Saturday is another warmer than average day across both islands. Light winds in the north, perhaps a bit more of a breezier northerly in the south, and a few showers coming in for the west coast. But let's go to Mother's Day. That's the day that everyone's asking about. And wow, that's not your normal map considering what we've been getting for the last few days. So we've got a burst of wind and rain. Northwesterly winds, they'll be blustery in some areas. They might become gale force just around Cook Strait. Nothing too severe in there at this stage though. It's just a blustery, windy day. And we've got rain, heavy at times on the west coast. Then this front will move into the North Island at some point. Timing is everything. And in fact, I would be, if I'm honest with you, timing is the reason why a lot of forecasts are still not perfectly accurate. So sometimes we forecast a wet Saturday and the rain doesn't arrive till Sunday. So what we're trying to say here is this rain band on Sunday, the timing's not yet locked in. I've seen some updates that show it zipping through in the morning. Others are now showing it taking the whole day to get across. Either way, we've got a large area of low pressure coming in on Sunday, and those warm winds ahead of it turn to colder winds behind it. So our final map is for Monday, and you can see the next big high coming in. This is stretching about 4,000 kilometres across. That's the width of Australia, but it's not very tall. So it doesn't go up very far into the tropics, and it doesn't go very far down to the Southern Ocean. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the settled dry weather is more likely for northern New Zealand, while the rest of the country's got a much colder southerly change, much colder down here in the southern half of the South Island. And also the placement of that high means that next week we've got a lot of westerlies coming through, which means it might warm up a little bit, but I think we've got another cold front coming around the middle of next week, at least for the South Island. That's all from me. We'll update you again on Friday with the latest as we head in towards the weekend.